A very special good evening and welcome to Marcus Pavilion in Lacey, Washington on the campus of St. Martin's University, where this evening St. Martin's women take on Alaska Fairbanks with a chance to do something they have not done in 10 years. Hello everyone, DeBock alongside the great public address announcer of so many different places, Larry Beck. You're making your debut as a broadcaster. Pleasure to have you along.
Well, thank you for having me. It's an honor and a privilege to get to work with you.
Larry has done a lot of public address announcing, but his debut in the broadcast booth and should be a very fun night here this evening. St. Martin's women, what a turnaround underneath the direction of head coach Natalie Marlowe. Second year with the program, and St. Martin's has the opportunity to do something very special tonight. Having not clinched a playoff spot in 10 years, that all can end tonight, and it's all due to the job that Natalie Marlowe has done with the Saints.
Well, you know, it's really difficult. I think you shared with me earlier that it's been 10 years since they've been in the playoffs. Being that out of the playoffs for that period of time makes it really difficult to break that streak and get momentum going in the right direction. In 2 years, she's gotten the program turned in the right direction. Things are looking really good for St. Martin's.
A lot of optimism for the Saints as they not only consider their gaze tonight against an Alaska Fairbanks team, but also with their sights set on a potential playoff rematch against Central Washington should the standings play out the way that you would expect them to. But first things first, they have to address an Alaska Fairbanks team tonight that has a very talented scorer in Destiny Reimers.
Yeah, she does it all for them. She's their leading scorer, leading rebounder, and second on the team in assists. I mean, there isn't really anything that she can't do. And, the key to this game will be keeping the rest of Alaska Fairbanks under control. If you do that, Saints are going to win.
Alaska Fairbanks is coming off quite the week, and for Destiny Reimers, a very special week for her. She became the first Alaskan player from Alaska Fairbanks to eclipse the 1,000-point mark, and to do it on senior night last week has an extra icing to the cake. Very special for Destiny Reimers.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime you can reach milestones like that in your career, those don't go away. They stay with you for the rest of your life. And in all the games I've done over the years, recognizing those milestones is just the icing on the cake to a collegiate career. So congratulations to her.
So Destiny Reimers will be a part of the group for Amy Donovan. A third season with the Alaska Fairbanks program, and it's been a season that's had a lot of challenges, injuries along the way, but they've managed to have a little bit of fun. 2 days ago, Alaska Fairbanks, with their assistant coach, Milo Griffin, and one of the players got involved in a TikTok, and it's gone viral. 750,000 views on a TikTok, and boy, they love to have fun at Alaska Fairbanks, and TikTok is one of the avenues for it, of all things.
Well, it's funny in watching the Nanooks warm up this afternoon that you could tell there's camaraderie around this team, which is what's going to make them a little dangerous because, their ability to play with one another, could cause problems for the Saints.
Amy Donovan emphasized that before the game. She said she was impressed of this year's Nanooks team's ability to gel as a collective group, and it's not something that you see from year to year. So to see that, very optimistic look for Alaska Fairbanks going forward, but also for St. Martin's this evening after a tough week where they lost against two really good opponents, Northwest Nazarene and Central Washington. So after coming up short last week, what better way to try and get back into the winning fray than to not only have a win tonight, but also clinch a playoff spot?
Yeah, absolutely. And, the key will be is to play as a team.
Playing as a team is going to be the key, perhaps for both ends of the spectrum for St. Martin's and Alaska Fairbanks, as we are moments away from the opening tip between the Nanooks and the Saints. We'll head to the floor for our public address announcer for many years here at St. Martin's. Here is the great Joe DeBruni.
Good evening,